What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video. I got a wild one for you today, and as you can see here, this is pretty stunning. The United States of America has currently just sided with Russia in the United Nations, basically not condemning the Russian invasion of Ukraine. I mean, we really live in an unbelievable time, guys. Just look at this. Look at this. Look at all the countries who voted for and against this. 93 in favor, 18 against, 65 abstentions. And again, the US couldn't even abstain this resolution. They had to condemn the resolution, doing exactly what the Russians want. I mean, it is a truly stunning abdication of leadership in the world. I mean, if you said even last year that the United States would be voting against this resolution, you would look like I had three heads saying that. I mean, it is absolutely insane. And look at some of the countries that voted against this resolution: Belarus, Burkina Faso, Burundi, the North Korea, Central African Republic, Eritrea, Haiti, Hungary, Israel, which is pretty ironic when you think about it, Mali, Marshall Islands, Niger, of course, Russia, and the United States of America. Again, this is stunning. So we're basically seeing the United States, who has been a massive supporter of Ukraine and funding, and now we're seeing them vote with Moscow and its allies against the resolution. I mean, it really is absolutely insane. And the thing is also key about this, guys. Look at some of the abstentions here. Even China, India, Cuba abstained from this resolution. Okay. So not even they are going as far as the United States in this resolution, condemning the resolution against. Basically, the resolution was, do you condemn the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the aggression that was done by Russia? Can't even do that. I mean, it is absolutely wild, the complete abdication of leadership of the United States. And not to say they had that much credibility to stand on. I mean, again, we've talked about on this channel for a long time now US support for Israel, for example, in a lot of their UN resolutions. But the idea that the United States is siding with Russia in this is absolutely insane. And you're seeing massive condemnation for a number of places. I mean, Bernie Sanders, for example, please, no more speeches in the Senate about freedom until one Republican has the guts to stand up to Trump's lies about Ukraine and Putin. And again, this is insane because this is the other thing, guys. Imagine Joe Biden was doing this. Could you imagine what people like Lindsey Graham and a lot of these Republican hawks would be saying about it? They would be going ballistic. They'd be calling for impeachment. They'd be calling him a traitor. But with Trump, they'd say nothing. Again, we're seeing a mild pushback just against Putin, but a lot of these people are spineless. They're not going to say anything against Trump himself, which is what we've seen. Not even people like Lindsey Graham have the balls to condemn Trump for this. It's a disgrace. And what exactly is the logic behind this? I don't know. I don't know, but it makes the United States look absolutely terrible. I mean, it is truly is historic. The Europeans are on their feet. And another thing that's pretty wild, we're seeing Trump. I mean, again, it's absolutely insane. Some of the interactions he's having with a lot of these world leaders, it is wild. I mean, he was asked today with President Macron of France, who came to the White House, and Trump himself did not even greet him at the door. He greets Netanyahu, of course, obviously, he pulled out his chair, but he didn't even have the courtesy and the respect to greet Macron coming in, obviously, because Macron's been critical of Trump because he's kind of been dog walked by Russia, many would say, in recent weeks. And again, the fact that he doesn't even greet him is just absolutely wild. And again, Macron actually, to his credit, basically corrected Trump and stood up to him on a number of different issues here. Number one, well, Trump himself was afraid. I mean, I don't even know what you'd call it. Yeah, they asked him about, would you call Putin a dictator? And he actually has the gall to say, I do not use those words lightly. Brother, you just call Zelensky a dictator, but you won't call Putin. He's basically saying he thinks Putin is less authoritarian, less autocratic than Zelensky. I mean, it is absolutely wild what we're seeing here. It's stunning. It's stunning. And listen, credit to guys like Macron jumping in and fact checking on two occasions. And I'm going to show you the video right now. The two videos here where basically Macron corrects Trump and says, no, 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 no. Russian is the aggressor here, not Ukraine, like Trump has been saying these lies and these Russian talking points. And Trump makes these absurd claims basically about, hey, no, no, the Europeans loaned Ukraine, not given money and finance. It's basically, it's not a loan, is what Macron is saying here. And I'm going to show you these two videos in a second. Before I go any further, make sure to like and subscribe, guys. It's super good for the algorithm. And again, it's super good. I cannot stress it enough. It helped the channel out immensely, and it's free. And if you want to support the channel in any way, my Patreon link is in the description as well. So, I mean, it's wild times. Here's the videos, and we're going to discuss it right after. Here it is, guys.
You can take the proceeds from it. How can you not take
Because
that?
it's very different. You keep the assets, you take the proceeds because they are paralyzed in a certain way. You take the proceeds during the wartime, but you keep the assets, and it's part of the negotiation at the end of the war. Because, I mean, this war costed all of us a lot of money. And this is the responsibility of Russia, because the aggressor is Russia.
Should the U.S. be compensated?
So at the end of the day, this frozen asset should be part of the negotiation, all in all.
Will France support the U.S. being compensated?
I support the idea to have Ukraine first being compensated, because they are the ones to have lose a lot of their fellow citizens and being destroyed by this attack. Second, all of those who paid for could be compensated, but not by Ukraine, by Russia, because they were the one to aggress.
Again, just so you understand, Europe is loaning. Just so you understand, Europe is loaning the money to Ukraine. They get their money back.
No, in fact, to be frank, we paid 60% of the total default, and it was through, like the US, loans, guarantee, grants, and we provided real money, to be clear. We have 230.
Okay, again, like, super interesting there. I mean, we see Macron basically correct Trump, like, no, that's not what's happening. He makes clear, it's very clear, he's trying to emphasize the Europeans' main point about this, which is Russia's the aggressor, a stark opposition to his American ally, Trump, who, again, Trump and Macron, guys, they have been at each other's head, or they know each other. They've been doing it for years now. Macron has been president of France for a very, very long time. So to see that kind of dynamic there, it does seem a little more combative than usual, and there is a clear distinction in policy, it seems, between the United States and France. The only question is going to be, how does this turn out? Is there going to be some sort of peace achieved from this? And will the Europeans be on board? Because, as I've said, there is massive panic in Europe right now over the United States' seeming withdrawal from the free world. I mean, it really does seem that way. I mean, we've talked about how even Trump seems to be more open to not just a ceasefire in Ukraine, but opening up negotiations with Russia. We saw he wants them to join the G7 again, which is pretty wild. And he apparently acts, this is just breaking, he acts a key NATO base in Greece at the request of both Turkey and Russia, which is seen as another concession from the United States. So again, this entire thing is wild. How did this end? I do not know. But the one question is, it's going to be a very interesting few weeks. And it's wild, guys. It really is absolutely stunning geopolitical times here. That's what I got for you guys today. Again, make sure to like and subscribe. It's super good for the algorithm. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.